All right, this is Chapter 8 of our materials, Real Estate Law for Paralegals. We're going to talk about deeds. This is Part 1. What is a deed? So what is a deed? Well, a deed is a written document transferring title or an ownership interest in real property. So you'll notice our friendly words that we had from before, title and interest. Right? Those are going to keep popping up throughout real estate law, so you need to get familiar with those. Remember, title is the right to or ownership in land. So when we say title, we're talking about ownership. When we say ownership, we're talking about title. And then an interest in property, right? So that is a specific right someone may have in property. So when we talk about rights and title and interest, you transfer those with a deed. So when we looked at the purchase of real estate, right, we had our family who had a pile of money, and we had our couple that had a house to sell. They're going to exchange the money for the deed. Well, these guys are called parties to the deed. So what am I talking about when I say parties to a deed? We're talking about political parties, we're talking about Tupperware parties, maybe even toga parties. I wish we were talking about toga parties. Well, we're not. We're talking about the parties to the deed, the grantor and the grantee. Also two terms that I said you need to really know and get comfortable with using. Right? So the buyer and the seller, the grantor, the grantee. Right? So the grantor is the person who is transferring the property, right? They're getting rid of, they're giving it away, they're letting it go. And the grantee is the person who's receiving the property, who's buying it, who's getting it transferred to them, who's taking ownership. They're receiving the interest. The grantors give, the grantees receive. So now we're going to look at a couple of types of deeds. So we have our general warranty deed. And so this is like the best kind of deed you can have, right? Because it guarantees, the grantor is guaranteeing that the title is good and he can sell the property, and he's giving you a warranty that everything is good. Then we have a special or limited warranty deed, which is similar, but it's not as good as a general warranty deed, because the general warranty deed, the grantor is giving you a warranty for the time that he owned the property and back to the beginning of time. With a special or limited warranty deed, you're still getting the same type of warranties, but the grantor is only saying, I'm only going to give you these warranties for the time that I was the owner, not the time that I was the owner plus everybody before me, just me. So it's limited in the warranties that are given. Then we have a quit claim deed. And this is a deed with no warranties at all, or no guarantees at all. You just say, here's what I own and I'm selling to you. So when we talk about general warranty, special warranty, or no warranty, or guarantees, what are we really talking about? We're talking about these things called covenants of title. And these are promises that the seller or the grantor, the one who's giving away the property, uh, these are promises that that person gives that guarantees the completeness and security of the title that they're transferring. So basically, it is a warranty. And this is something like you might get on your car or your TV, right? The sellers of those products are giving you a warranty saying this TV is going to operate like a TV. It's going to do everything that a TV does. I promise you that this is in fact a TV. I'm giving you that warranty. Same thing with a car. The seller is going to say, this is a car. It performs like a car. It has an engine like a car. I warranty all these things. And if for some reason one of these things isn't true or one of these things breaks, you can bring it back and I'll fix it, um, or I'll give you a new one or whatever it may be, right? So it's sort of like the same thing with land with these covenants of title. They're given warranties that the title is good. So there's 6 of them: covenant of season, a covenant of right to convey, covenant against encumbrances, the covenant of general warranty, covenant of quiet enjoyment, and a covenant of further assurances, right? So anytime you hear the word covenant, we're talking about a promise. So we're promising that all these things are good with the property. So all of these covenants, they all sort of run together these days, and so it's a little bit tough to tell, which one is which. But basically, it's like the covenant season says that the grantor has possession of the property. So there's a promise that he has possession of the property. Then we have the covenant of the right to convey. He's promising that he owns the property and can sell it. So he's saying, I possess the property, it's mine, I can sell it. And then the one against encumbrances says that it's free and clear, right? There's no liens, there's no taxes, there's no easements. It's all free and clear, and there's no encumbrances on the property. Then the covenant of warranty, he's saying, I will guarantee that I have good title, and I will do what's necessary to give you good title and defend your good title. And the covenant of quiet enjoyment is the same thing. It's this grantor saying, I promise that you will get to enjoy this property, and I will defend you in case someone says you don't have good title. And again, further assurances that he'll do what's necessary in order to defend the title to the person that he's selling. So they all sort of run together, right? The grantor is saying, I have the property, I'm the owner of the property, I can sell the property, the title to the property is good, and I guarantee all these things. And he's putting it in the deed in writing, like a promise that the TV works or that the car will drive, right? So with a general warranty deed, you get all of these rights, and you get them to the fullest extent. But again, with the special warranty deed, these rights are limited because the grantor is saying, I will only give you these rights for the time that I was the owner. General warranty deed goes all the way back to the beginning of time. And a quitclaim deed doesn't have any of these warranties. So you don't know if the title is good in a quitclaim deed or not. It's just you're taking a risk. All right, so what do you need to know? Different kinds of deeds and the different covenants of title. Stay tuned for more Chapter 8.